That was corny that they fouled Maxey out too.
We live. Go.
Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. You got Tim, Ethan, and Wayne in the building. I'm guessing Ephraim's off tonight. It's a disheartening loss. Tonight, and it was irritating. I will start off by saying this. Tobias Harris, it is zero excuse for you to shoot 1 for 4 and 2 points and have 0 points in the first half. Inexcusable. I don't care. Whatever. You're a starter. You should not be putting up nothing like that. There's no excuse. And I put the bulk of this loss on him. Yeah, other things we could have did different. I mean, we had him be, he had 27 and 12. I was told that's what he should get, 27 and 12, play like that more, and other guys score. Yeah, I think I'd have rather had 35-point Embiid tonight. Tonight anyway. Harden.
Maxey fouled out.
Yeah, he did. He did. But I mean, he fouled out in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth.
Yeah, we could have used him down the stretch. He hit big shots.
Yeah, I agree. Maxey was balling, but I still would have rather had Joel Embiid 35 points, drop 35 points tonight. Niang stunk it up again. McDaniel's been iffy. I think Paul Reed's been playing solid. I do have a little bit of issue with Paul Reed with how they use him sometimes. Like he does that pick and slip. It seemed like they never hit him with the pass when he cuts.
They never passed it to him though.
Okay, so it's not just me, right? I'm looking at him sometimes run right open down the lane with his hand up. Where's all those oops that Harden used to throw to what's his name? The one over in Atlanta now. What's the center over there? How his name would come to me. Yeah, but all them oops Harden always throws to the big man. You can't throw Paul Reed a oop or something like that. Not one. And that being said, even though we struggled early, and I agree, me and Tim was talking. Go ahead. He had what?
Joel Embiid had 6 turnovers. He had no blocks. He had 1 block. He had 12 rebounds. First of all, Joel had 17 rebounds and 6 blocks last game. So know what you're talking about when you said you need him to have.
You didn't say nothing about that. You said you need to see.
Joel Embiid had
20.
Matter of fact,
you said 27 and 13.
19 rebounds. No, I said like 50. He had 19 rebounds, 6 blocks. He had 1 block tonight. Early on, he's getting killed on the offensive board. Harden at the end. See, this is my problem with Harden. And when it gets to the playoffs, stop flopping. They didn't call that ball because they didn't call that pass. They didn't call that foul because you flopped.
I agree.
Down, you flopped and fouled the bounds. The ref said, "No, we ain't giving you that, man. Yeah. That man ain't knocking you down." I agree. This is a hard problem to me when it comes to the playoffs when he does stuff like this. Listen, but at the end of the day, the Heat was hot tonight. What was they doing? They was stroking from 3. They shot 40% from 3, 15 to 3. What's the league average? 37. They shot 40% from 3. They were stroking tonight. And we
look lethargic tonight on defense. In all honesty, yeah.
Here's what I'll say about the game. It was disappointing because the way we played. We had 20 turnovers. If you turn the ball over 20 times, it's going to hurt you. That first half, we got nothing from Tobias. Tobias scored. He literally was scoreless in the first half.
And
then
why is he taking 4 shots though? Who's that on?
That's on Tobias. That's on Tobias. Yes.
There's a physicalness to the Miami Heat, and I guess they forgot that they are a physical team. And the way they played us in the playoffs last year, the same thing. Gabe Vincent is the Sixer killer. He's been killing us for the last 3 years.
He has. I don't get it.
And he did it again. We even let Kevin Love get 3-pointers. The bottom line is, though, this is going to test us for the playoffs because we got a tough schedule down the stretch. So to me, if one team that's going to should be ready when the playoffs come around, it should be the Sixers.
I don't think I really feared Miami in 7 this year, though. To be honest with you, I think we should be able to beat them at 7.
I don't think they was that much. I don't think they out physical this game. They just hit shots. We look like we was late.
On Doc Rivers though. Curtis Classic. You said this loss.
Curse Classic.
Curse Classic. How was this on Doc?
Yeah, where was it at on Doc? We was missing shots.
This was a team that played us very physically. They passed the ball very well.
Didn't play well either, by the way.
Hey, Miz, I still feel how I feel about. Listen, Dame a beast, but I just feel like Harden still is a better fit for Embiid. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm absolutely right with it. That being said, Harden Harden for the plus minus. Harden was like the only one on our team that was in the plus. Everybody else was minus.
First of all, Sixers got a 6-8. Who said that? Sixers gonna have a loser. Sixers got a tough road. Sixers have a tough schedule coming up. This was you wanted to win this game because you're going on the road for some tough road games. So you was at home and you did want to win this game. We didn't pull it out. Could Doc have done some things? Could he had tried to get Toby going? Maybe run a play for him. I don't like when teams. If that was me, I mean, I agree with the announcement when he said take the 2 and you'll take them into overtime. I think B should have took the shot. So the kicks it hard. Yeah, you want to. Everybody wants to hit the big 3 and look fancy. Listen, it was a good play. Harden had to open
I was about to say that was wide open. Harden just got to hit that shot.
Harden had to open look, but you know,
Harden got to hit that. If this is star point guard, a Hall of Fame caliber scorer in his past, he has to hit that shot.
Plus, Harden's been hot lately. Harden's been hot lately, so I don't mind that shot. He actually got to knock it down. To be honest with you,
Mark, he did get a shot punched. I don't know how dude ran down there and punched his shot. He did. The bull Zeller. What's the bull name? Zeller. He punched B shot. He ran up there and pinned it to the backboard. Yep.
Because B sure did. The B went up.
Hey, that's basketball. Let's not act like let's stop it. Let's not act like plays like that don't happen to Eric. See, all right. It was a bad loss. Yeah, but like Tim said before we got on here, I do think that it was a little bit. As much as the Sixers want to act like they wasn't bothered by that Boston game, I think it looked like a hangover from that game to me. They didn't have that same intensity
like that too.
It did. I mean, in all honesty, and this ain't me making up. We'll see. We get to play them again on Wednesday, but let's not act like Jimmy ain't make some amazing like that shot Jimmy made like that. God, come on, bro. Like
what you gonna do about that?
Jimmy be making some amazing shots.
Jimmy always makes those shots. Jimmy makes those type of shots.
He do.
I mean, so, the whole game. I didn't feel like this whole game felt like I didn't think I wasn't surprised that we lost the game. I say that much. They led the whole game. They hit big shots and they swing the ball nicely. If you watch the way they play the game, they'll penetrate all the way to the lane and then they kick out for that open shot and they make that extra pass. We do a lot of ISO, and I'm watching the very opposite of how we play basketball, to be honest.
Because it's the way the team is constructed. We have ISO players. Harden's ISO player, B's an ISO player.
And spot up shooters.
You have to play to their strengths. So they do a lot of motion. Their offense is a lot of motion movement, kind of like Golden State over there. So I mean, you got to build a team around what you have. So they do.
X-Man Tobias.
So
Tobias did what they did.
We can't do that.
Tobias did what they did, but we
can't run 20 points.
I don't call 20 points wet in the bed against Boston, even though he ain't scored nothing that much in the second half. 20 points is not a wet the bed game. This was a wet the bed game. And that's why I'm putting the bulk of this loss on Tobias Harris. There's no way you only shoot 1 for 4 as the starting small forward. You shooting 1 for 4. You're not even putting shot attempts up. And then they had Vincent on him. Now, this is where I will blame Doc with it a little bit. They had Vincent on him one time. They threw it down to Tobias in the post against Vincent. He got fouled, and they never went back to it. Like, I don't know, man. I guess it's enough blame to go around. All I know is they better come out here and mop Miami on Wednesday.
I mean, I like what I saw with Maxey because, he's been struggling the last few games. So the day he was aggressive, he came in there and he did his thing. Now, we missed a lot of layups in this game, too. I was kind of upset because the ball. You see that pass that Maxey gave the young boy. Who our shooting guard again? Melton. That was like towards the end of the game.
You talking when he got the and one?
Yeah. Then Melton had a chance to do the same thing to Maxey on the 2 plays later, but he keeps the ball and ended up missing the layup. And I'm like, come on, y'all was playing good. This dude give and go. It's like down the stretch. You don't got to be hogging the ball. I mean, I thought that was disappointing because we had a chance to take the lead at that point, and we did.
So Kevin Scott, good looking, man. He said Toby is the Carson Wentz to the Sixers. Jimmy was right. Tobias over me. How you feel about that?
I mean, I think that makes for good media, but I don't think that was the situation that happened. I think Jimmy didn't want to be told what to do, and the Sixers, they knew they couldn't control him.
Uncoachable. You saying Jimmy's uncoachable?
No, I'm not saying Jimmy's uncoachable because I don't have an issue with Jimmy, even though Jimmy has had run-in with coaches in the past and positions. I'm not putting that on Jimmy. I think that it's not fair. It wasn't fair to Jimmy to come and ask him. The coach said, can we control you? How do you ask somebody that? You don't go. You gonna go to a player? I wish somebody would come to me. Well, we would sign you. Can we control you? Heck no. I'm gonna go somewhere else where somebody willing to pay me the money.
Carson not lead the Eagles to no Super Bowl.
What you mean he did? What you mean? Can you control him? Can you? I don't understand.
Carson is out the league right now.
They wanted to make sure before they gave him that big money that it wouldn't be no issues like he had in the past.
Listen, you invest a lot of money in somebody. I mean, you can't ask that question.
No, there's disrespect. Well, you can, but you know what you get? You ask somebody a question like that, and I'm gonna tell you, well, this other team want to pay me the same money or even more. So they willing to max and trade with you. So I'm gonna go there. So either you get nothing and I go there to play, or you can make the trade and send me there and I play. So
I mean, I think his best option when the chip was here with him being there. Be honest with you,
I do too. Well, maybe not when Brett was still here. It wasn't. I mean, they made it to a finals in Miami.
They did. They did.
Was that the bubble finals?
Don't matter. It was a finals, right?
Finals. No,
so now none of that counts. So what was the point in playing?
Because we needed something to watch.
That counts. It counts as the
well,
chip.
Guess what? Don't nobody say that. Don't nobody say that about the strike shortened season when the Spurs won. Don't nobody say, oh, the strike shortened season. It's a chip.
I think if Maxey didn't get fouled out, he wouldn't have won that game. The way Maxey was playing.
They show Maxey no love with this is my main reason I want Maxey to be more consistent. And I love his aggressiveness tonight. I want him to be more consistent to force these refs to make calls for him. That's just like at the end of the third quarter. Let that have been anybody else. Let that have been, even if it had been Harden, it'd have been any of these other shooters. They would have gave them that call when he came down. The guy gave him no room to come down, and Maxey came down and turned his ankle. That should have been a foul on that 3-point shot at the end of the third.
They asked Doc about Maxey. He said that the floor was a little more open for him. He was playing with Harden. Harden sets him up well and stuff like that. So is it better to have Maxey? If Doc's saying stuff like that, is it better to have Maxey in the starting lineup? Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, I mean,
get more time with him in the lineup with Maxey, with Harden.
Hey, Phil, why Embiid catching the ball at the 3-point area? Because you have a big man that can take people off the dribble. Also, when he's up there, he can make a pass down there. It's not like he shot one 3-pointer. So it's not like Embiid was just sitting at the 3-point line jacking up threes. If he sit down in the paint, then people going to complain that Embiid is clogging up the paint. Can't nobody move around and set another. So now he comes outside because he can take somebody off the dribble or make a pass. Now you complaining because he's getting the ball outside. God dang, what the man supposed to do?
Yeah. Yeah, listen, it was a tough loss. It was a tough loss, and yeah. Toby gonna take a handful because he didn't really show. He didn't really do anything. Maybe Doc could have made it easy and ran a play or two for Toby, maybe to get him involved, because you do need to get Toby involved. If you want to win something, you do need Toby's on his team. I know dudes say Toby's garbage, Toby's this, but in order to win, you're gonna need Toby to give you what he gives you. You know, whether it's 15, 16 point, hitting that corner three or the three, you're going to need it. So
hey, guess what?
You have to figure out a way. If you see Toby, Toby didn't have no points at halftime. So you couldn't get together and say, let's try to get him going a little bit, help him in the flow of the game. So
all right, am I missing something, or was they not trying to double Embiid when he went down in the post? All y'all talking about Embiid was Embiid not in the post and then they came and double team and he kicked it to open Harden? Is that not what happened at the end of the game? So why is y'all keep making it like all we just saw him be monster all around down in the post against Boston. We see him go out there and he kicked the ball out, and y'all still complaining about the dude. You know what? Just for if y'all really Sixers fan, I hope at some point he do leave, and y'all be all see, we can't keep our stars in Philly because of that dumb junk like that. No ball. God dang.
You gotta remember, back to Toby real quick. They saying stuff about them. You gotta remember, Toby's not the number one option. Toby's not the number two option. Toby's really not the number three option. So
Toby is no option. So
you do have to, and if you need Toby, I mean, PJ Tucker, when he's on the floor, like he's no offense. So
he actually hit his 2 shots. Maybe he should have shot more.
So would that be 2 people with no offense? If you got Toby and you got PJ not scoring, so you're gonna need production from Tobias Harris. As much as we hate him, as we talk about him on the team right now. Yeah. You have to get production from him if you want to win. You see what happened when you don't get no production from it? You see what happens?
You know what irked me about PJ too? Remember that play? Remember that play? I think it was Bede had it up top and he dropped it to PJ, or either him or Harden dropped it to PJ right there in the lane. PJ looked scared to death, ain't even attempt to shoot it. Like he didn't even think to shoot the ball. He's looking to try to find some way to pass it.
I just think Miami played real physical. But bottom line is we really got killed on those boards. If you go back to the offensive boards, they had so many secondhand points or secondhand shots. Like at one point it was like 9-1. They had 9 offensive rebounds. So if you want to talk about what hurt us in this game, is them wanting the boards, wanting us those second chance shots. That's what hurt us.
Jimmy had 11 boards.
Where did we finish with as far as offensive boards? Because they killed us on the glass.
Offensive rebounds, they had 12. Offensive rebounds, we had 9. But we had 30 defensive rebounds, and they had 25. So I mean, rebounding wasn't all that big a difference.
Yeah, but they was killed.
Ethan, you muted.
That's it for the whole game?
For the whole game, yep. Team totals, offensive rebounds, Miami 12, defensive rebounds 25. Sixers had 9 offensive and 30 defensive.
But they did their damage early with those offensive boards. Because like I said, it was like 9-1 in the first quarter. And then with those offensive rebounds led to a lot of three-point shots. So, I mean, and I don't know.
I mean, we didn't get back in transition defense well either.
I knew that ain't sound right.
What happened?
37 total. Okay, Sixers had 39. All right, threw me off.
Yeah. So what? But Tim asked me about. I just was telling my individual.
Right. 25-12.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. All right, we didn't get out rebounded heavily this game. I mean, they just hit threes.
The first half was rebounded. The first half.
Yeah, the first half. Yeah, it was.
And they kept getting boards, and that's how they built that lead. Sometimes you kill a lot of energy trying, trim that lead, man.
I agree.
You kill a lot of energy trying to trim that lead. And I feel like the last couple of games, the last 5 minutes, we've been spending a lot of energy trimming leads. The Memphis game, the Boston game.
But the Memphis game, we started out, we was up 17 and then gave the lead.
Yeah, then he came back, then we had to come back.
We had to come back, yeah.
Wasn't we up? Then Boston was up like 15 and we had to come back or something like that.
They was up, yeah. You're right. It is about that. Hey, like you said, maybe, and what Ephraim been saying, maybe it's time to bring Maxey in the starting lineup. But where are we getting points at from the bench?
It'd be nice if we had another shooting.
Shake.
What Shake do tonight?
He ain't do nothing. Shake in the doghouse. You ain't got 10 minutes. Shake in the doghouse, man.
10 minutes. He shot 1 for 10 minutes. He shot 1 for 3.
Doc don't know what he want to do. Now
he shot 1. He shot 1 for 2 for free throw.
He not giving.
And had 2 fouls.
Paul Reed now getting all the burn. But Doc has no balance to me. I have no idea what's going on with this dude. I have no clue what's going on with him, man. For real.
I see what he's doing with Paul Reed. He's finally giving him a shot. The boy Harold is out. He said he's out on Harold for now, and he's just giving Paul Reed a shot to play consistent minutes, backing up Joel B. So that's what you've been saying.
And I'm not mad at that though, because remember
what happened to Devin?
They signed the injured boy. They signed an injured player. It's not as if he's on the team, he's on the bench. He got a sweatshirt on.
Why would you even sign him? Wait till what is it? It was a deadline. It was a time you couldn't sign him. You was scared somebody else was going to pick up this bum. He's not that good to me.
And now the boy Tony Bradley is available, and so is Noel, Norland's Noel. They both became available.
I'll take Bradley. I'm not big on Norland's Noel.
I like Tony Bradley. He did good over here when
I like Bradley.
Real good. They both are sitting out on the street right now, chilling.
Well, we better find an answer with something though. But I mean, Miami. I mean, listen, Miami. Kevin Love shot 37%. Abayo shot 28%. Hero shot 23%. Vincent, Sears, and their bench lit us up. 66% Oladipo, 66% Zeller.
They could have. I heard Kev Love ain't like what the Sixers was saying
about what.
He talked to the Sixers before he signed Miami, right?
Yeah, and the Sixers said that he would be competing for minutes against Harold and Reed, and he said he didn't like that.
He's in their starting lineup, so I agree.
I mean, he shot 3. He shot 3 for 8 tonight. What did he do spectacular?
But he got a chance to be in the starting lineup.
And he got some old boards.
Oh no, listen, I'm not mad at him starting. I'm just saying I don't find the issue with the Sixers saying we had to battle for some time.
But here's the thing: like if you're a free agent and Miami's offering you a starting job on a playoff team versus I'm gonna be riding the bench and I'm gonna be competing with some other guys, I'm gonna take them. And plus, you get to live in Miami for the next 3 months.
He only played. All right, aside from the place where he only played 21 minutes tonight.
That's all
you need.
He's a starter.
But
he's PJ.
You can play 21 minutes off the bench too. That's my whole point. So you telling me he couldn't come in here and shoot? He shot, and I'm not mad at Kevin. I would love to have Kevin Love here. He would have. That's I'm about to say. The one thing he would have did is he would have put the shots up that Toby don't put up.
And he's a stretch forward, which we don't have.
And by the way, I'm not impressed with the dude McDaniels. I'm not impressed. I don't know what he be doing sometime. To me, he plays small. He doesn't play fast. He doesn't play athletic. I don't know. I'm gonna keep an eye on him. I'm gonna give him a shot. But right now, I'm not impressed.
Is it him or is it the offense that he's in right now?
It could be the offense you do. Listen, but when you go trade, they traded for him right before the deadline. When you go trade and you go get a player, you got to make sure he fits into your scheme or your offense, whatever you're doing. So that's on Morey and that's on the coach. If you get a dude like Harrell, who you got on the offseason, why you get a dude that doesn't fit what you're doing? So you really don't play him. He's undersized. You're trying to get him to be a backup center. Like, what was the point of even getting this dude? You wasted a roster spot. You could have went and got somebody else.
Morey to me was overrated GM.
Even the dude House, he don't play.
Master Craft, I'm not ignoring y'all. If you paid attention, listen, I already addressed it where I said I still think that Harden is a better fit for Embiid than what's Dame is. And I didn't like the fact that Dame said he was fine with staying in Portland. Dame fine without winning. So that being said, Dame a better player than an offensive player? Absolutely. He's a much better scorer than he is right now. So just to say, I'm not ignoring it. Dame dropped 71. I'm sitting there. I can't compare that to what Harden gave me tonight, but I just think Harden is a better fit for the team.
Listen, let's cut it with the Steibel. This is Steibel stuff, man. Yeah, already had 8 points the other night, 5 points the night before that, 2 points. Against the Lakers, he did have 13. He did have 14. He had 3 points against the Celtics, 0 points against the Knicks, 4 points against the Spurs, 2 points against the Magic. Cut it out with the Steibel crap. Care about no Steibel. He stinks.
Yeah. Mark said James Harden said they need Maxey to be more aggressive. I think he was, but they kept calling fouls on him and none for him.
No, I agree, but that's why I think I think that's basically what I mean. Maxey did turn it up in the second half and was being more aggressive, but I agree with that. Like with Tim, it's ridiculous that he gets no respect from the refs. Sometimes maybe he's too nice. Sometimes he might have to cuss a ref out, get a check or something.
Yeah, he need to get in their mouth. He like real in their head or something. Because
Herbert. So what are these dudes doing for us? What is House doing for us? He doesn't play. What is Harrell doing for us? He doesn't play. Melton's up and down. Tucker's up and down. So they here because they shouldn't be here because of Harden. I want players here that we can win with. Players here that fit what you're trying to do. You don't pick up dudes because they Harden's ball or Harden likes going out with them or they in security. We got hard security on our team.
Yep.
Hey, and for the record, fellas, the Sixers did want to bring Dame in here, or y'all forgot. Dame said he didn't want to come here because he wanted to stay in Portland, and he wanted Ben to get traded there. He wanted to play with Ben, not get traded for Ben. Just in case y'all didn't remember that. Dame is where he's at because that's where he wants to be.
Yeah, Dame should be right in Philadelphia because
the Sixers went after Dame hard.
Because I don't think Harden can explode for 50 anymore.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, he got a tough time exploding for 30.
Yeah, if we can get a 50, you need your stars to be able to, on any given night, to explode on the scene. Like you can get that from two players on Boston with Jalen and Tatum. Either one can go for 50 on any given night.
See, this is my problem though. With I don't know what Morey's doing on his team and how you trying to build a team. Stop trying to give me these old reach-fed players that you think you're gonna do something with. I didn't want Tucker in here. I wasn't impressed with Montrez. Like, these dudes been around the league, and now you think it's a lot of young athletic players that you gotta find, man. That you can find this talent, man. Come on,
Doc ain't gonna play him. It don't matter. Then we try to get Bradley Brill. We did. And Pumans.
Yeah, but then you going up to try to get these superstars. You listen. You have B. You got somebody else. You can put players around these dudes. Build a legitimate team.
Right.
Build a legitimate team. We trying to trade a chip. Maury auctioned everything for Harden coming over here for a Harden B chip. He did. If it don't work, Maury should get out of here too. I don't know. What did he ever do?
What all did he auction for Harden? Ben?
Well, yeah. Well, he to me, he could have built this team with some young athletes, but he went after Harden for the chip.
Especially when Harden was in that year and was going to sign with us anyway.
You went after Harden for the chip. So if
how
this
you know Harden would have signed with us anyway?
Harden was going to sign with us.
I agree. If it don't work, he definitely needs to go. I agree with that part.
Yes, Green. Something. We had all these draft picks. We had Ben. We had we can go through all the names. We had Fultz. We had all these. Actually, Fultz turned into a baller too, by the way. We had all these draft picks. But
that ain't no worry though.
My thing with Fultz was, wait. Let's see what it was too early. Yeah, everybody was like, we in a championship window. Stop it with that nonsense. It was too early. We didn't even get nothing for the dude. Be honest with you, we got nothing for Fultz.
But we had TJ McConnell. We didn't need.
My thing is though, it was too early to give up on the dude. It was too early. His career is going up. Ben's career is going down. We had all these
Ben's career done.
We had all these number one draft picks, man, and nothing to show for him. Nothing to show for him.
The process is over.
Yeah, we drafted. You guess who we drafted? Mikal Bridges. First of all, look at all the people that was drafted in that year.
Yeah,
but just think about this. We drafted, but wait a minute. Just even think about we drafted Bridges and traded him for Zaire Smith, and then Denver ended up drafting what's his name after that? What's the guy to get the bad back? He's a bucket. I don't know why I'm missing his name. Michael Porter. Yeah, we could have got Porter, but instead we drafted and traded Zaire. Okay, he would have fit right in because at that time we had Ben out and we. Wasn't Ben back and then BDs? We had a mash unit, but I would have rather had him here.
The ball, Oladipo is a fraud. He purposely landed in Maxey's way. And the refs never called that call. That's one call that the refs got to call. They according to me, I thought that was supposed to be like a flagrant foul if you don't give a person a chance to land.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, hey, listen,
it is a flagrant foul. It is.
I agree, but you
know,
know,
6 fouls though, man. You can't be. Come on, you ain't had to make minutes. You got 6 fouls.
It's not his fault. It's the referee was.
Listen, he's trying to play D.
Some of that is you being out of position playing defense too, though. Some of the. I mean, all the calls wasn't bad calls. Maybe one, maybe two, but it wasn't like all of them was bad calls.
All right, so if it's everybody, you act like you're not allowed to foul in the game. You can foul in the game. That means if it's 2 bad calls, that means he would have picked up 4 fouls. He still would have played it to the end.
I mean, am I upset with some of the hard turnovers? Yeah, but what he had 4 turnovers and 12 assists. I mean,
yeah, he has 6 turnovers.
Yeah, now that's a hurt piece.
That's what he do.
But I don't sit there and say that's what he do.
That's what.
Here you go.
Then you know that.
But guess what? Guess what else he do? You always talk about he's selfish. He's selfish. He passed the ball now.
No. Stop caping. You caping for B.
No, I just said 6 turnovers was horrible. But don't sit there and make it like how many turnovers do he average?
In the playoffs, 6.
No, how many turnovers do he average?
I think he averaged 3.
Here's the
bottom. That's too many. It's kind of high.
Man. We're gonna play teams like Miami, like the Bucks. Unlike Boston, he can't turn the ball.
How many turnovers did he have against? How many turnovers did he have against the Bucks when he played them? Yeah, exactly. You don't know. You so you because you talk like, yeah. How many turnovers do Ben get? How many turnovers Ben get?
It's not about Ben. Ben's not on this team anymore. I could care less.
Oh, you ain't care what Ben turning the ball over.
We got to stop hoping Doc's going to do something because he's not. So let's not. Hope
y'all know that
do this.
Y'all know B played kind of lazy today, and again, I do believe it was a carryover from the big disappointment from that Boston.
It could have been. It could have been. Could have been a hangover loss.
Yeah. So that's.
But Jimmy coming in. Jimmy coming in. That's at least got you up.
And the thing is, did y'all know that Miami came in with a really bad record? Like they lost like 6 out of 7 games coming in. They weren't. We always give people courage or like confidence when they leave us.
Well, we'll see how much confidence they got when we play them again Wednesday or Thursday. When do we play them?
We'll see.
We play them again Wednesday. Miami? We play them Miami Wednesday. Yep.
I'm telling you, Doc cannot play. Oh yeah, we ain't talking about the boy Niang cannot play. He can't play against Miami.
He's hot and cold.
I think it's the offense that gave him problems. How they run, how the movement.
I just think Niang is like some of the other players on this team. They run hot and cold. We got too many guys that run extreme hot and cold. Because when Niang is hot, he clicking, he hitting bombs, he shooting, he averages 40 points, 40% from 3. So it's not like he just straight stinks it up out there all the time. But when he has those bad games, they're horrible. Maxey has great games and Maxey had bad games. Tobias have good game, then he have horrible games.
It's hot garbage. Here's let me just so that
he's not hot garbage.
That Niang can't play against Miami in the playoffs last year. First game 0 points, second game 0 points, third game 10 points, fourth game 3 points, fifth game 5 points, last game 0 points. He can't.
Yeah, I agree.
So he was playing against that team when they had Tucker too, right? So
two things, Raj. I agree with you. Well, my thoughts on McDaniel. I said it earlier. I'm not impressed right now, but I give him a little more time. We are a little one-dimensional, our players. I agree with that. What they have this thing they call positionless basketball. Our players are a little one-dimensional. They can't really move around. Tobias has to play a position he could play. He can't really do anything different. You can't get nothing different from Tucker. You can't Maxey. You can't really, So yeah, we are one-dimensional. And will it hurt us? It might.
It might. Now, the one thing I will say, people saying that Doc ain't gonna make changes. Now, I don't know how true it is.
Ben's name out his mouth.
For why? What did Ben do to make somebody keep his name out their mouth?
I mean, at least be able to back be allowed.
At least Ben get on the court.
He can't back it up.
Ben is relegated to the bench.
That's
from a number 1 pick to the deep end of the bench.
As should Niang.
That's why his name is Ben, short for bench.
Yeah, Benjamin.
Bench. He's a bench.
Benjamin Simmons.
He's a bench player.
Yeah, dumb. Anyway, we play Miami as the back-to-back, so hopefully Hart don't party too hard the next 2 days in Miami, and we can just go.
When they leave for Miami tonight, they gonna leave for Miami now.
I don't know. They
are leaving early. He said.
I know Hart is. I don't know about everybody else, but Hart
him and security. You might have to let Quirk play. They ain't want to trade him. You know what I'm saying?
He can't play. He's not the type of player to play against Miami. Miami play a certain style. They real aggressive. They up in your face. They almost play the type of defense that opposite.
Honestly, I didn't think Miami's defense was all that great tonight. I just think we was off.
They do a little blown ass and stuff like that. I don't think their defense is that great either.
I don't think their defense was that great tonight.
It wasn't really that bad though. We shot 35%. That wasn't really bad. From 3. We thought 35% from 3.
They forced 20 turnovers. Their defense was really good.
I think a lot of them wasn't even forced turnovers as much though. I think it was sloppy play by the Sixers tonight.
I think they was forced into that sloppy.
We gonna beat them by double digits in Miami. Mark my words.
We'll see. We'll be back here when we'll see.
All right, y'all. See, well, we don't have the 4th member of the group. We actually end on time. So, say no. But thanks for commenting, liking. Make sure y'all like the video. Like on Facebook.
Like, subscribe, share. Do all that good stuff.
Yeah. Make sure I hit that like button now. Hit us up. Yeah, Ephraim said.
Bam clamped. Bam clamped and beat the last 2 play. You do realize they double teamed him and he kicked it out to an open player, right? I mean, he did that play before that. He played excellent defense on him, but let's not he clamped B shot like what 60%.
Man, B shot well. You saying he shot well?
Yeah, B shot well tonight.
So I think they
all right.
All right, y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll catch you on the next podcast. We out.
We out.
Peace.